Hello YouTube, Nilsall here. I'm just playing about today after an MOT failure on my rear suspension U-bolts. Basically the plate on top of the springs was shaking loose. It was there, it was loose. It's a problem apparently with the Sprinters, even the newer grafters, the Volkswagen grafters and the Transits. So it's worth people, before you go to an MOT, soak in the bloody things. If it's that plate's loose, soak it and soak it, leave it overnight, do it a few times, do it again and again, and you may be lucky, like I'm being at the moment. I'll show you. Here's the article in question. Right, there's each one of them U-bolts with the bolts in Euro parts, brand new, is 13.5 quid, and on eBay it's almost half that price. You know, it works out about 30 quid off eBay, about 50 quid from the car parts, and I wouldn't even like to say what it is from Mercedes. Now I'm quite lucky, I've got an inch drive bar which slips a couple of times. I've got second hand. What make is it? It's a Breitel. Very nice. And yeah, to change it, that middle section pushes out. To undo, you put the thing in the other way round. Ratchet in drive. Let's see if I can find on the other side and keep it on camera. Right. Yeah, that shouldn't be happening. Yeah, if that's doing it, just worth having a quick check. Jumping underneath, having a check. Should not be doing that. Right. And you can see how nicely they look. Now, I'm making a video, fingers crossed, right, that I don't snap them. Right, that's the idea. You don't want to snap them. It really is worth replacing them, but I'm going down this route for now. Oh, in case anyone's interested, in this box, so there's the front fuel tank. Oh, I've got an eberspacher there, well, a webasto, and I managed, can't really tell, but I'll put that in. I drilled a hole up near the wheel, I can't even say it, wheel well, and basically I've got it to go up in, made the box up quite simply. It's funny what you can find at the scrapyard. It had an angle on it, it's aluminium, it's perfect, so it's half the work done for you. You see, you know, you just sling it down, made the box up, and I think I drilled a hole on this side because there's a bit of a vented bit, so that sort of works out quite nicely, doesn't it? Yeah, I just screwed it into the side there. I think it's, what is it, it's bolted down here. And the generator, obviously because it's a camper, I think that was off a bigger Jenny or a lawnmower or something. It's quite close to my exhaust. I'll show you the thing. Obviously it's not in its frame. I've slung some bolts through here, drilled the holes and slung some bolts through to put this on. Alright, it's not pretty, you do understand, but I've got the mountings, the rubber mountings, and for the length of it, please don't get seasick watching this video, I'm showing my scabby bits, will be the first time, you sort of see the length of it. It's not enough for me, that. I'm getting a bigger one. Doesn't say a lot on it. I think it's about 2.8, but unfortunately my chop saw takes it's 1800 watt. It's an induction motor, so when it kicks in, it takes double, or sometimes 3 times as much. So I've really got to go for a 5 kilowatt or a 6 kilowatt Jenny. And with a little bit of luck, let's take you underneath again. Yeah, this was a bigger door off a camper. I cut it down at an angle, the door and frame. Cut the angle so it fit on this contour, which it doesn't do too badly. You know, it was only cheap. It's from the scrapyard, so I got someone to weld it up for me, an alley welder. Alley and stainless. And what does that say? It's been a while since I've been under here. 6.5. You see, I started to add some rubber, trying to attempt to soundproof it. And to that effect, I've mounted the airbox outside of it, and you know, when I block this end, so I just slung them down. It's quite simple really, but I think even if I get smaller mountings, I should be able, because this is all you know, that's not touching the exhaust. I can always move the exhaust over a bit if I have to. I'm more worried about this chassis member, but it is possible to do. You can see how low it is off the floor. It's never hit the floor in a couple of years. It's been like that, and I might have to make some adjustments on there. It's a shame them mountings, I think those were the only ones I could get at the time. I've got some smaller ones now, so it should give me a bit more to play with. And while I'm down here, I might as well show you the Ecopra copy slung on here. There's the plumbing fitting. That's like a preheater. And the float level gets a little bit of water in there, preheating, and it sends it up into the other bit. It flows through. It also draws, so there's a hole. Yeah, that one's, I think, straight through, a hole straight through from the exhaust, so it pulls some of that in and feeds it all back. It mixes it up with the vapours and goes back in and flows in and out the pipework. If you look at one of my early videos, Water Fuel Mercedes, you'll see that. And then that tube feeds up to the air intake. But there's my main modifications. I can't even say it. I've got a battery switch here, you know, a red key what you take out, starter batteries to my battery bank, solar charged battery bank. And my next real job is finding one of these with an LPG engine, which would be fantastic, because or petrol engine. I'll change the bloody engine over so I can go into cities, because I reckon they'll ban diesel in the next couple of years from cities. So if you're thinking about buying a diesel, I say don't be stupid. It's only a puppet. Right, as for me, for now, yeah, I've got a few fails on my MOT. Nothing too drastic, lighting, but them bolts are essential, yeah? You've got to have a check of them. Alright, YouTube? And sprinter lovers, tradesits, grafters, check your bloody things, yeah? Check them U-bolts, the rear spring U-bolts, and the fronts apparently as well. If you needed 8, blimey, you're looking at a ton, 100 quid to get the 8 of them, really, if you had to do the front ones and all. Oh no, there ain't any on the front, is there? Yeah, there ain't any on the front. What am I talking about? Don't listen to me, I'm a moron. Anyway, see you, that's it, bye for now.